Hello, all you beautiful people. Today we are back again with another episode of Splasher. I'm pretty sure we already did that one up there. Looks like we're just gonna go ahead and follow the new. We got the red squirt gun. Unfortunately, my microphone audio was unplugged from the last time that I was moving some stuff on my desk, and so it didn't record any of my voice on the last one where I got this, the red, but that's okay, because we're gonna just move right on to the next episode after we clean up this shit. Oh, fuck you, I hate that. The thing that I actually fucking hate is how bad I am at this game. No, it's honestly... It's honestly the fact that square or X shoots the water and B shoots the sticky. So you can shoot like, well, that's kind of trippy actually. Anyways, ooh, we can't go up there. Oh, we got to use the stick ink, of course, to get up here. All right, so let's go jump right into it. So the last time that we were playing, we were talking about Aunt Janine or Grandma Janine and Margaret, her friend. God, Margaret's a fucking bitch. Anyways, so basically, Margaret hears me fucking dying! Basically, Margaret hears the alarm in her bed go off, and she's like, oh shit, I gotta go, you know, fix that up. And I'm like, no, Margaret, you really don't. She's like, no, I do. And I'm like, well, you don't have to, right? Fuck me in the butt. I was like, well, fuck, she's on to me. That's what I did. I was like, fuck, she's on to me. So I'm like, fuck. You know, I'm trying to figure out what I gotta do. I'm like, oh, no, we're gonna get out of here. Like, it's all good. It's all good. Because it's all good. Because we're gonna. And then I came up with a secret plan. Oh, I know what I gotta do. I gotta put him over here. Ready? Put him in a coffin. See ya later, buddy boy. Oh shit. But so I convinced Margaret not to go in the room. Because she's like, I swear, if my $700 is missing, which if you remember, we took that shit. She's like, I'm gonna be pissed. And I'm like, she's like, I'm never hiring you to clean my house again. I'm like, but Margaret, you dirty cunt, it's not my fault. She's like, how is it not your fault if it's gone? I'm like, it's just not my fault. I'm like, you're overreacting about it, I think, you know? And she's like, I'm not overreacting about shit because I want my money. And I'm like, you know what? You're right. Don't worry about it. The money is gone. It is gone. I was like, it's gone, and I'm gonna get it back for you. So I go to my grandma. I go to Grandma Janine, because I know that that was really fucking easy. And so I go to her, and I gotta go through a couple bodyguards, because, you know, my grandma, you know, she's fucking crazy. But it's all good. It's all good. We got through the bodyguards pretty easy. And then we just had to make the expert drop into a room. Ready? 3, 2, 1, drop. And then we made it into a room. All right. She's like, oh shit. Why didn't you tell me it was you? She's like, I would have let you in. And I'm like, what the hell do you mean? You should have known it was me, and you would have let me in. I've been knocking at your door for like the past 500 hours. And she's like, that's not even possible. She's like, that's not even possible. You haven't even been knocking on my door for 500 hours. I'm like, you know what? You're right. I haven't been knocking on your door for 500 hours. She's right. I wasn't. And I was like, shit. Well, I like, Grandma, I got myself into a bit of a pickle. She's like, well, as long as you didn't steal Margaret's money, she's like, I'm sure you're fine. I'm like, well, actually, she's like, you didn't. I'm like, I did. She's like, shit. I'm like, shit. I'm just getting hyped because she's getting hyped. I'm not even normally the hype kind of guy, but she's getting hyped. She's like, oh shit, gotta she's getting ready. She's grabbing her gats, dude. She's grabbing gats out the freaking crazy guns. I don't even know why I said gats. She's grabbing guns. They're just straight guns. It's not even. She's just crazy. Turns out, you know, cause she's a crack dealer and all, or she likes crack. She doesn't deal crack. But I was like, Grandma, we're gonna deal crack today. She's like, I don't deal crack. I just buy it and smoke it. I'm like, Grandma, that's not a good habit to have. You can't be buying and smoking crack. That's pretty illegal, not gonna lie. And she's like, you shut the fuck up and you don't tell me what to do with my life. And I'm like, all right, I'm sorry. And she's like, yeah, you better be sorry, because I don't remember what she said. She's just like, you better be sorry. And so she's like, all right, I got an idea. How much money did you steal? And I was like, well, I didn't actually steal any money from her. And I was like, I was underneath her bed, and right away, Grandma's like, oh, you didn't. And I'm like, I did. I'm like, I needed $700 to beat the level. And she's like, well, she's like, I really should make you be on your own right now. And I'm like, no, Grandma, you can't do that. I'm like, you can't make me be on my own. I'm a little kid in a big world, okay? I am a little kid in a big world. And she's like, sounds like you need to grow up a little bit. And I'm like, what do you mean? What do you mean I need to grow up a little bit? And she's like, you're a little boy in a big world. And I was like, yes, I'm a little boy in a big world. What is so hard to understand about that? And she's like, shit, okay, you know what? I'm sorry. I can't get him. She's like, go downstairs, grab my little stuffed animal. She's like, I'll show you what's good, and I'll show you how to make money selling coke. And I'm like, Grandma, I can't do it. She's like, stop being a little bitch. I'm like, okay, I did it. Now what? And she said, now we go and sell it. I'm like, wait, there's crack in this box? She said, no, you idiot. It's my jewelry. We gotta go sell it to get the money so that we can buy crack at a cheap rate from my dealer and sell it at an exorbitant rate to someone else, to some sorry sucker. And I'm like, Grandma, you know what you're doing. And she's like, of course I know what I'm doing. I'm a grandma who smokes crack. You think I don't know what I'm doing? And I'm like, you know what? She's actually got a fair point. I mean, you guys can be the judge of that. You guys can talk amongst yourselves in the comments. But I'm gonna say that she fucking knows what she's doing. Anyways, so we go to this crack dealer, you know, right? I fucked myself. We go to the crack dealer, and the crack dealer shoots me right in the goddamn head. We go to the crack dealer, and this dude's like freaking. His name is like Alfonso, dude. This dude is real. I am scared. My grandma's not scared. She's like, Alfonso, how's it going, sweetie? And I'm like, you call your crack dealer sweetie? And she's like, shut the fuck up. I gotta maintain an innocent look, otherwise he's gonna suspect something's up. And I'm like, all right. So I'm like, yeah, sweetie. And she goes, you idiot! You know, I'm like, what? She's like, you are not old. You cannot do that, you silly boy. And I'm like, well, shit, that changed really fast. Did Alfonso notice that? And of course he didn't do. He's too busy counting money. We just handed him a bunch of money. We sold all my grandma's jewelry. We even sold my old baseball cards. And anyways, Alfonso, you know, he's counting the money. And she's like, thank God he's counting the money. He didn't hear that. You're being dumb. You're a freaking idiot. And I was like, Grandma, I don't like it when you call me a freaking idiot. And she's like, well, then don't be a freaking idiot. And I'm like, wow, Grandma, I really don't know how I feel about this right now, the way you're treating me. And she said, shut the hell up. And I was like, I really don't feel comfortable with this, Grandma. But anyway, you know, she's Grandma. She's hardcore. She knows what she's doing. And I was like, she's like, okay, so here's the deal. Alfonso, we need 700 things of crack. He's like, I ain't got that. She's like, the fuck you mean you ain't got that? He's like, I got 709, baby. And she's like, oh, hell yeah, Alfonso, you my boy. You my boy. And he's like, you know, I got your back, Janine. You know I got your back. And so he's like, by the way, Janine, who's the youngster you brought with you? And she's like, oh, that's just my boy, Chris. And I'm like, ooh, she never told me I was a boy. I'm a boy. Yeah. Yeah, we thugs. We thuggin'. You know, she's like, don't ever say that again. I'm like, yeah, I probably never say that again. I'll probably cut that out of the recording. That was awful. And anyway, she's like, so basically, how this is gonna work is you can't. He's like, all right, Chris, here's the deal. You wanna make it? You wanna make it in the big leagues? You want this crack? I'm like, you know, I didn't know what to say. I'm awkward about this kind of stuff, so I'm just like, yeah, yes, sir. Yeah, yes, sir. And he's like, Janine, why is your grandson such a little bitch? And I'm like, well, what do I gotta do? He's like, you gotta find your way through this maze. And I actually did it before he even said that. I figured it out. And he's like, all right, now step 2, you gotta be able to outrun lasers. And I'm like, lasers? You gotta outrun some lasers. And he's like, but don't kill any of my men. And I was like, it's too late. I already killed one guy. He's like, which one? And I was like, I don't know. They all look the same. And he's like, which one was it? And I was like, dude, I really don't feel like I'm qualified to answer that question. They really all do look the same. And he's like, you know what? It's fine. It was probably just Jerry. He's cool, but he wasn't like that cool to where it mattered too much. So it's all good. I'm not gonna be worried about it. He's like, but I am worried about it. And then he killed me one time. But I came back to life using a special one. And I barely got past the laser that time. And he's like, you barely got past the laser that time. You know that, right? And I was like, trust me, dude, you don't gotta tell me. I already know that I barely made it past. And I was like, but I saved one of your guys. And he's like, you saved one of my guys? One of my guys? You saved one of my guys? And I'm like, yeah, dude, I saved one of your guys. But then he killed me. And he's like, nobody saves my guys. And I'm like, all right. Next time I'll leave him. He's like, it's too late. He's already saved. You can't unsave him. And I'm like, what do you mean I can't unsave him? He's like, I'm gonna fucking shoot you in the head for being so dumb. You can't unsave a guy. And I was like, I guess that makes sense. You like in the sense of you can't put the person back in the same scenario again. He's like, if you try and put logic into my things one more time, and I was like, but it's giving me, but I can save him again. And he's like, oh shit, I forgot. I got a new update from my system that lets you save people again. And so I saved him again. I didn't even listen to him. I just straight up saved him again. And the guy was like, why would you save him again? I'm killing you. And I was like, fuck. I need to find a way to save this guy. I think he's being tortured, but I don't know how to do it. You know, I don't know how to do it without him killing me. So I like had to think about it. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going for it. I'm saving him, and then I'm going for it. 1, 2, 3, saving him. And I gotta get. Fuck! Alright, it's time to settle down. It's time to settle down. Okay, the crack dude's like, okay, I can see that you're getting frustrated. And anyways, so he sends us on this wild goose chase. You know, he's like, all right, here's the deal. You really want to make it. You really want this, because I already know. He's like, I don't know how he knew, but he's like, I already know you're planning on selling this. I'm like, how did you know that? He's like, because I'm not stupid. He's like, you got a big old freaking grin on your face that says, hello, sir, would you like to buy some crack cocaine? I'm like, well, I've been practicing that all day. I didn't realize that I was still wearing the grin. He's like, yeah, you're still wearing the grin. I was like, well, all right, that's my bad then. Yeah, what do we got to do? He sends us on this wild goose chase, but we didn't know it was wild goose chase right away. You know, we were being serious. He's like, you gotta find and kill some dude. And I was like, I don't really feel comfortable finding and killing a real human. And he's like, boy, do I have to kill you? And I said, you could, or you could just let me go, because I'm young and I don't know any better. And he's like, I swear to God, like, this is the last chance you're gonna get. And I said, okay. Don't worry. I was like, don't worry about it. I said, don't worry. I fucked up. But I didn't really. I kind of did, but I didn't. It was enough for him to get upset at me, but... Oh! It was enough for him to get upset at me. But he was like, he's like, you know what? You're young. I see what you're trying to do, and I respect it. Therefore, I'll let you... I want to see what you can do here. And I said, absolutely, sir, 100%. I understand what you're saying. There ain't no complaints here. Yes, sir. And so he sent me through this little course thing, and there was like 6 guys I had to kill, but I couldn't kill any of them. Like, I can't kill them. You know, so I pulled out my secret weapon, and I was like, time for my special move. And that was honestly that. I special moved him, and then they fucking just waited. I just waited there. I pulled out the gun, right? And I was like, damn. And then I realized that it was under my control. So I took control of it, and I won. I killed all the guys that I was supposed to. But I didn't save the one Jerry. I didn't save Jerry though. I didn't save Jerry. He's hard to save. He's a hard guy to save, you know? His mindset is in the right place, but he's a hard guy, you know? He's a hard guy. Shit. This is freaking difficult. You know, he's like, you gotta try and get through the rings of fire, and I'm like, dude, you're asking some pretty difficult things of me here that I don't think I'm gonna be able to accomplish. And he's like, why, you a little scared? I'm like, that's just really hard, you know? But I figured it out, I got it, and I messed up a little bit. Oh, shit, that was close. That was close. And then we got that, and then he was like, you know, that was actually what we needed to get, you know? He's like, you need to get that thing. He's like, you need to get the big, yellow, glowing circle thing. He's like, if you can empty that of all of its money, he's like, you pass. And so I did it, and then he still didn't let me pass. And I was like, you lying to me, boy? And he said, no, I ain't lying to you. And I was like, because I feel like I'm being lied to. He's like, no, I swear, all you have to do is then you have to get through all of my trials. I'm like, I thought all I had to do was the one thing, and then we were done. And he's like, you did, but then you have to also get through my trials. I'm like, I don't think you understand what the word done means. And he's like, maybe I don't. Maybe I don't. He's like, maybe I didn't have the privilege to go to school like you. Maybe I was selling crack cocaine by the time I was in the first grade. And I was like, damn. That's a hard life right there for someone selling crack cocaine in the first grade, you know? And I honestly felt bad for a second, you know? I said I was sorry. I was like, dude, I'm sorry. I had no idea. I'm like, how was I supposed to know? And he's like, it's okay. You didn't know any better. And he's like, but for doing that, he's like, I'm gonna make you run through the pit of hell. And I was like, what's the pit of hell? And he's like, you don't want to know what the pit of hell is. And I was like, please tell me what the pit of hell is so I know what to expect. And he's like, I can't tell you. He's like, just good luck moving on through it. And I was like, I got it. And then I did it. And then I did it. I did it. Thank you for watching, everybody. Tune in next time when I actually turn on the drug lord and I steal him for all of his fucking I love talking. Stay beautiful, everybody. Thanks for watching.